Throughout history, there have been daring heists and robberies that left the world in shock. But what happens when the thieves vanish without a trace, leaving behind nothing but questions? Welcome back to Shadowsphere, where today we explore 7 of the greatest unsolved heists and robberies that still haunt investigators to this day. 1. Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. Heist. In the early hours of March 18, 1990, 2 men dressed as police officers walked into the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. After deceiving the guards and tying them up, the thieves stole 13 pieces of art valued at over $600 million. Paintings by Vermeer and Rembrandt were among the priceless works taken. The strange part: some incredibly valuable items were left behind, raising questions about the thieves' motives. Despite decades of investigations and even a $10 million reward, none of the artworks have ever been recovered. To this day, the empty frames hang in the museum, waiting for their return. 2. The British Bank of the Middle East robbery. Amid the chaos of the Lebanese Civil War in 1976, a team of thieves executed one of the boldest bank robberies in history. They tunneled into the British Bank of the Middle East and made off with an estimated $20 to $50 million in cash, gold, and securities. The robbery took place in the heart of Beirut's war zone, making it difficult for authorities to investigate. Not a single person involved has ever been caught, and the loot has never been found. This remains one of the biggest unsolved bank heists to this day. 3. Bangladesh Bank cyber heist. In February 2016, the Bangladesh Bank fell victim to a highly sophisticated cyber heist. Hackers issued 35 fraudulent instructions through the SWIFT network, attempting to steal nearly $1 billion from the bank's account at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. While most of the transactions were blocked, $101 million was successfully transferred. About $81 million of that sum disappeared into the Philippine casino system, never to be seen again. To this day, the culprits have not been identified, and the majority of the stolen money is still missing. 4. Northern Bank robbery. On December 19, 2004, the Northern Bank in Belfast, Northern Ireland, was robbed in a meticulously planned operation. Masked gunmen took the families of 2 bank employees hostage, forcing the workers to help them access the bank's vault. The thieves walked away with over £26 million. Despite a number of arrests and investigations, most of the money was never recovered, and the robbery remains unsolved. The involvement of the Irish Republican Army, IRA, has long been suspected, but no one has ever been convicted. 5. Banco Central heist. Brazil was the scene of one of the most complex heists in history in 2005. A group of thieves spent months tunneling from a rented property into the Banco Central in Fortaleza, Brazil. The tunnel was over 250 feet long and led directly into the bank's vault. The gang stole $71.6 million in cash, weighing nearly 4 tons, before disappearing. Despite numerous arrests and the recovery of a small portion of the money, the majority of the loot remains unaccounted for, and many of the criminals are still at large. 6. The stolen Boeing 727. In a mystery that rivals the biggest heists, a Boeing 727 disappeared from an airport in Angola on May 25, 2003. Ben Padilla, an aircraft mechanic, and an assistant boarded the plane, and without any communication with air traffic control, the aircraft took off and vanished into thin air. Despite a worldwide investigation by the FBI and CIA, the plane has never been found, and neither Padilla nor his assistant have been seen since. Some believe the plane was stolen for illicit purposes, but to this day, its fate remains unknown. 7. Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 2501. On June 23, 1950, Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 2501 disappeared over Lake Michigan while en route from New York to Seattle. The DC-4 was carrying 58 passengers and crew when it vanished into the night without a distress call. Despite one of the largest search efforts in U.S. history, no wreckage has ever been found. Some believe the plane crashed into Lake Michigan due to severe weather, but the mystery of what exactly happened to Flight 2501 remains unsolved. Each of these cases is a reminder that sometimes even the most well-planned heists or disappearances can leave behind questions that might never be answered. Could any of these mysteries be solved in the future? Or are they destined to remain in the shadows forever? Thank you for watching this episode of Shadowsphere. If you love exploring the world's most puzzling unsolved mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay curious, stay in the shadows, and we'll see you next time.